Night Crows is a 3D MMORPG being developed by the creators of V4, Hit, and Overhit, popular MMORPG titles on mobile, with their latest title taking advantage of Unreal Engine 5. The game is set in Europe in the 13th century, and follows the titular Night Crows Guild, a group of royalty, the Pope, knights, and other religious figures gathered to fight against impending threats. The game world is wrought with an impending war, and monsters roaming the land, and as such features PvP combat at a gigantic scale, along with battles against fierce creatures. The game will apparently feature PvP with up to 1000 players in real time with over 16 playable classes on launch. Players can fly, ride on horseback and more to quickly travel through a vast open world before engaging in flashy sword combat. Assassin's Creed Mirage is a game set in 9th century Baghdad and follows the journey of Basim, a major character from Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The game is centered around Basim's quest for revenge against those responsible for the death of his family. Along the way, he will face off against powerful enemies, complete stealth missions, and explore the vibrant and beautiful city of Baghdad. Players will also be able to take part in a variety of side activities, such as hunting, racing, and collecting hidden artifacts. Assassin's Creed Mirage promises to provide an immersive and captivating experience that will keep players coming back for more.
Then, out of the dark, you will come into the light.
Blight. Survival is a 4-player co-op action horror roguelite set in the unforgiving no man's land between two desperate states at a ceaseless war. You and up to 3 other friends will fight through a violent co-op experience against men from each state and the monsters that inhabit the land. You must scavenge for resources, upgrade your equipment, and build outposts in an effort to survive and protect what little remains of your home. The game is set during medieval times and follows the story of some warriors who are the only ones capable of surviving. Players will be able to take part in a variety of side activities, such as hunting, racing, and collecting hidden artifacts. Blight. Survival promises to provide an immersive and captivating experience that will keep players coming back for more.
Bloody savages, didn't I say?
Yeah, you said it, Granger.
Get off him! Oh, you...
Crimson Desert is an upcoming open-world action-adventure game developed by Pearl Abyss, makers of Black Desert Online. Set in a war-torn world of medieval fantasy, the game follows heroes as they navigate the divided regions of Pywell, a vast continent inhabited by people struggling to survive in its ever-changing lands. Players must build allegiances and make tough decisions as they face off against powerful foes and explore a world of gritty realism. Conversion of the environment further strengthens the enemies of the underground desert, and in Corruption and Crimson Underground Deserts, players will encounter desert spirits. Players will be able to customize their heroes and equip them with various weapons and armor, as they battle their way through a world of epic battles and political intrigue.
I knew him as Solus, a thoughtful mage obsessed with dreams. But long ago, he had
Dragon
a different
Age:
name.
Dreadwolf is the next entry in the popular Dragon Age franchise from BioWare Studios. The announcement
Ancient
teaser
elven
trailer
god
was
of
presented
lies,
during the Game Awards
born to
2020
rebel
show.
against tyranny.
Enter Thetis, a vibrant world of rugged wilderness, treacherous labyrinths, and glittering cities. The Dragon Age is a time of warring nations, savage combat, and secret magics. Now, the fate of this world teeters on a knife's edge.
But now, he wanted to tear down that veil and destroy the world.
Final Fantasy XVI is the 16th main installment in the Final Fantasy series. The game is being developed by Creative Business Unit 3, the developers of Final Fantasy XIV, directed by Hiroshi Takai, and produced by Naoki Yoshida. It was announced on September 16, 2020 at the PlayStation 5 Showcase event as a PlayStation 5 exclusive. A PC version was also announced in the initial release of the trailer, but this has since been retracted. You'll play as Clive Rosefield, the firstborn son of the Archduke of Rosaria. While he was meant to inherit Phoenix and become its dominant, fate instead gave this power to Clive's younger brother Joshua.
No matter how bitter the truth that awaits me, I will press on.
Gangs of Sherwood is a cooperative action game for 1 to 4 players set in the reimagined world of Robin Hood. Play as Robin, Marion, Friar Tuck or Little John, 4 heroes with unique, fully customizable gameplay styles, and set out in search of riches to plunder so you can give them to the poor. Gothic 1 Remake is a remake of the 2001 action role-playing video game developed by Piranha Bytes. The game is set in the fictional world of Korinis, and the player takes on the role of an unnamed prisoner who is tasked with restoring balance to the mines and thwarting King Robar II's plan to acquire a large quantity of magical ore. During the game, the player will explore the mines, interact with various characters, and make decisions that will shape the game's story. The game also features a variety of RPG elements, including character customization, side quests, and the ability to join one of 3 camps. Ultimately, the player must confront the powerful and dangerous forces that threaten the mines and put an end to the king's scheme.
Come on, let's head back. This is too dangerous.
And go back to that piss hole of a camp. No way, man. Not until we find that stack.
Corner! Oh, no, no, no! Help!
Manor Lords is an upcoming strategy game. The game is set in medieval Europe, and players take on the role of a lord managing their village and expanding its borders. Players will have to manage resources, build structures, and raise an army to protect their village from rival lords and dangerous creatures. As players progress, they will unlock new technologies, discover new lands, and engage in battles with other lords. The game also features a unique system of burgage plots, which allows players to build custom homes and yards in accordance with the historical burgage plot system. Project: The Perceiver is a multi-platform open-world action game with Chinese cultural inspirations developed by Paper Games. The game is set in a fantasy world inspired by the Lao Zhuang canon, and players take on the role of a masked protagonist whose actions will shape the story. Players will explore various locations and discover new technologies, as well as engage in combat and tactical battles against rival lords and dangerous creatures. The game is currently in development and is set to be released in 2023.
那就再唱下去。为何执意要起冰柯之火？这把剑，我本不想沾血。 且让你们体会杀戮之苦。
Senua's Saga: Hellblade 2 is an upcoming action-adventure game developed by Ninja Theory. The game is set in a dark fantasy world inspired by Norse mythology, and players take on the role of Senua, a Celtic warrior on a quest to save the souls of her dead loved ones from the Norse underworld. The game will feature intense combat, exploration, puzzles, and a deep narrative. It is set to be released in 2023 for Xbox Series X and PC.
return to Io. In this age of great magic, it falls upon you to take
Spellforce, Conquest of Io is a story-heavy 4X/RPG hybrid similar to games like Thea or Stellaris. In this turn-based strategy game set in the fantastic world of Spellforce, take up the mantle of your master as the apprentice of a mage murdered by the Circle, a cadre of powerful sorcerers who have taken over the world. On a journey to great magical might, explore and control the lands of Io in this ever-changing turn-based strategy role-playing game. Along the way, you will face new purity fanatics, hostile granite dwarves, and bloodthirsty orcs. Encounter undead, dragons, and other magical creatures, and make use of a variety of spells and abilities to complete your quest. Everything is very simple and fun in Spellforce, Conquest of Io due to the barebones 4X gameplay, where the important thing is almost always to expand and conquer.
Summon your minions, send them on adventures to discover new land.
It has never stopped. For thousands of years.
The Awakener, Risen is an open-world action RPG set in a medieval fantasy world. Developed by Tainer Games, players take on the role of an adventurer and explore a lush, detailed world filled with challenging dungeons, powerful enemies, and unique rewards. Players can choose from a variety of classes, customize their characters, and build their own party as they journey through the game. The game features real-time combat, with an emphasis on strategy, and an expansive crafting system. The Awakener, Risen also features an expansive world, with multiple environments and quests to experience.
Something calls us. Gollum. What is it, precious? The precious, of course. The precious. We want it.
The Lord of the Rings, Gollum is an upcoming action-adventure video game developed by Daedalic Entertainment and co-published by Daedalic Entertainment and Onyx Studios. The game is set to be released on September 14, 2022 for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X/S, and PC via Steam. The game follows Gollum's journey as he struggles between his two personalities, Smeagol and Gollum, to reclaim the One Ring. Players will be able to explore the world of Middle-earth, take on enemies and puzzles, and make choices that will shape Gollum's fate. Players will also be able to use Gollum's unique abilities to sneak and climb through locations like Misty Mountains and Mirkwood. The game will also feature NVIDIA DLSS and ray tracing technology for improved visual fidelity.
From these darkest days, new heroes arise to defy the gods.
The Lords of the Fallen is a third-person action role-playing game containing a slow tactical approach to close-quarters combat gameplay, with difficult enemies and intense boss battles. First game was released in 2014 and is set in a vast, interconnected world more than 5 times larger than the original game. The game features a range of weapons and armor, as well as a unique class system, allowing players to customize their characters to their own playstyle. Players can also engage in co-op and competitive multiplayer modes. The Quinfall is an ambitious MMORPG in development by Varied Technology Incorporated as their debut title. Embark on an adventurous journey to explore the Quinfall universe. Be a part of unique battles in an immersive story with dozens of different professions in the depths of medieval times in an all-new MMORPG experience. Explore the impact of the monstrous god Peliones, the dragonborn gods Grease and Krias, and many more gods on the universe. Uncover the backstories of dozens of main characters with deep-rooted stories, or observe the fractured daily lives of others in the realm. Learn the secret behind the cursed crown that changed Quinfall's fate. Bring peace and tranquility to a universe plunged into civil war, or become part of the growing chaos. Become part of this unique adventure as you play through a constantly updating story. Remember that the choices you make can change the fate of the Quinfall universe. The Witcher Remake is a remake of the original Witcher game, developed by CD Projekt Red. The game will feature updated graphics and visuals, as well as improved combat mechanics, an expanded world, and more interactive elements. The game will also feature fully voiced dialogue and music from the original Witcher game. Additionally, the game will include new storylines, characters, and gameplay features that weren't present in the original game. Finally, the game will feature an enhanced character creation system, allowing players to customize their character more than ever before. Undead Citadel is an upcoming virtual reality (VR) game developed by White Elk Studios. It is a medieval-style combat game, set in a cursed citadel filled with hordes of undead monsters. Players will use a variety of weapons to battle their way through the hordes of undead, using immersive archery and combat mechanics to take on the challenge. The game is set to be released in 2022 and will be available on PlayStation VR, Oculus Rift, and Steam. Wo Long, Fallen Dynasty is an action role-playing video game developed by Team Ninja and published by Koei Tecmo. It is set in the later Han Dynasty of the Three Kingdoms and follows the story of a nameless militia soldier who must use the swordplay of Chinese martial arts to battle demons in a dark fantasy world. The game features an immersive and engaging narrative, deep and tactical combat, and an array of customization options. The game is due to be released on March 3, 2023, for PS5, PS4/Xbox Series 10 vertical bar S/Xbox One/PC and will be available on Xbox Game Pass Day 1.